This is the Net Group Investments podcast, where we explore a variety of views and insights that investors care about.
Hello, I'm Trevor Garvin from Net Group Investments Multi-Manager. This installment of your market and economic wrap is titled South African Citizens Wait on Tenterhooks as Coalition Talks Get Underway. The announcement of South Africa's 2024 National and Provincial election results signals a monumental shift in the country's political landscape. With 16 million votes cast and a 58% turnout rate, the ruling African National Congress has lost its 30-year-long parliamentary majority, securing just 40% of the National Assembly vote, clinching 159 out of the 400 seats in Parliament. The party is down 71 seats from 2019. The DA maintained its 22% share of the vote, with ex-President Jacob Zuma's MK or Umkhonto we Sizwe party securing an impressive 14.8% and the EFF 9%. The ANC also lost its majority in the KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng and Northern Cape provincial legislatures. As a result, the ANC must seek coalition partnerships both nationally and within 3 provincial legislatures if they want to play a role in formation of the 7th administration. Parties now have 14 days to negotiate a coalition government, with several potential options on the cards. The country awaits with interest on what the outcome shall be, with various options will have materially different implications on the South African rand, economic growth, and market sentiment. An interesting bit of data was released showing that South Africa is set to become the 10th largest solar market in the world this year. In 2023, 17.5 billion rand of solar panels were imported into this country, resulting in a large amount of solar power coming online and reducing the burden and demand for Eskom power. In the US, Donald Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts in his hush money trial. Trump is the first US president in history to be found guilty on felony charges in a trial related to paying hush money before the 2016 US elections. Trump will be sentenced on the 11th of July and has stated that he intends to appeal the court's decision and has insisted that the whole trial was rigged and corrupt. The world's biggest and longest-running election in India will reach a conclusion this week as India names its new Prime Minister. The incumbent, Narendra Modi, is on course to claim a hat-trick of victories and remain head of state. Turning to the domestic economy, the repo rate remains unchanged at 8.25%. This was announced by the South African Reserve Bank Governor last week on Thursday, following the central bank's May Monetary Policy Committee meeting. Inflation came in at 5.2% for April, within the upper end of the Reserve Bank's inflation target. This means that the prime lending rate of local commercial banks also remains unchanged at 11.75%. The South African Reserve Bank will likely maintain its stance until inflation follows a more sustainable path with minimal to no upside risks. We are thus expecting the first cut of 25 basis points in September, followed by another of the same margin in November, causing the repo rate to end 2024 at 7.75%. Anglo-American on Wednesday last week also formally rejected BHP Group's last-ditch request for additional time to discuss their $49 billion takeover bid. Anglo-American stated that BHP's offer was highly complex and ended a 5-week pursuit by the bigger rival. Asian stocks climbed on Friday as the latest round of US economic data signaled momentum is slowing in the US economy, improving the case for the Federal Reserve to start cutting interest rates later this year. The S&P 500 is now more concentrated than at any time in nearly the last 5 decades, with the top 5 stocks being Microsoft, Nvidia, Alphabet, Amazon, and Meta, accounting for 28% of the index's weight, the highest since 1980. In commodities, Brent crude oil was trading higher this week at $82 a barrel on OPEC countries constraining supply. Gold and platinum prices were largely unchanged and flat for the past few weeks. That brings us to an end of today's market report. It has been an eventful last few days, with our election process once again showing that South Africa has an active and vibrant democratic process embedded in our country. Till next time, with thanks, Trevor.
Nedgroup Collective Investments is an authorized collective investments scheme manager in terms of the Collective Investments Schemes Control Act. Nedgroup Investments does not provide advice on financial products and will only give you factual information. For further details on our funds and to view our terms and conditions, please visit nedgroupinvestments.co.za. Nedgroup Investments. See money differently.